This is a concerted effort to kind of like combine forces with people. If somebody is good at programming drums, well, you get with somebody who's got like kind of cool keyboard beds, and then bam, you might have something, right? But I think that's what big cities have, is they just have more people doing that. We kind of need some center for people to do that. We have libraries, we have geekdom type things for tech people, but we don't really have anything like that for music.
I am Edwin Stevens. I am founder and CEO here at San Antonio Soundgarden. It's a co-working space. We're the #1 only co-working space really for musicians here in San Antonio. We've got normal business hours, 9 to 5, and musicians or small record labels or anybody that's a musical entrepreneur or creative really can come down here. And it's a place to be around like-minded people and other creatives.
Let it dry.
In a city where you don't have a concentration of music industry and you don't have the opportunity to network and meet other musical entrepreneurs who are using these kind of these approaches to building their business, you don't learn, because a lot of that happens. The whole business is relationships. And so that's been something that people have really enjoyed a lot, is being able to come down here, ask somebody who does know from a legal perspective and from a business perspective, what steps do I need to take to be more professional. Sometimes it's people who are a couple of steps behind, and sometimes they need to be around people who are a few steps ahead. But then some of us guys who are a few steps ahead, and like we learn a lot from some of these younger guys who are thinking in ways that, you know, that I've never thought about.
I heard about Soundgarden at a local show. I just moved back and I was trying to get into the local music scene. We have metal, we have Tejano, we have hip hop, we have jazz, we have electronic dance music, we have so many more, but you would never know because it's not in one place. So I think one of the great things that Soundgarden is doing here is that they're bringing all of these different genres together, and they're making a big community out of something so separate.
Geographically, San Antonio is sort of offset from the rest of the country, but we're very close to Mexico. So we have this great confluence of cultures, but it's difficult for people to like believe like a band from San Antonio can become a nation or a worldwide sensation, but there's several who have. Because I think musically we have tons of talent, and it's a cool culture to come from. When I was growing up, I really wanted to move to another bigger city. But right around that time I met Michael Morales, who kind of hired me to play in his band, and it was through him that I ended up doing these productions and learning how to produce records from him. And so I ended up staying here and working with all my friends, and it's been fantastic. It's been great. The town really could use something like this. Here, it feels like you would be around a collective of people who really do want to just start creating things together.
I only wanted to make you feel beautiful.
It's all about just being around, getting all the creatives, all the musicians in one space, concentrated. I think that there's something to having that critical mass, that you have an opportunity for just magic and a collision of ideas.
Made a mistake.
My hope is that story, because I think people get attached to stories so much more, that the stories of these different artists start to emerge. And you think about Eric and Joe, like they're such interesting people. Some of the stuff that they've done, their catalog of work that like nobody knows about, it's just like really performance level art, like on a whole nother, like, you know, people will discover it someday and they're like, oh my gosh, like these guys were here in this whole season. So we'd like to tell that story now, and we'd like to get it all out to everybody.
The ghosts echo on your voice.